Welcome to Electric Elevation. Today we have our special guest, JJackson, in the building.
What up, though?
How you doing today?
I'm blessed. And yourself?
Good, good. So why don't you go ahead and start off by telling me a little bit about yourself?
Jackson. JJackson, first name. This is my government name. Stage name, same thing. From the east side of Detroit. Grew up in the Jefferson Squares. Lived there till I was about 6. Moved from there to 48205, the east side, Osborne community. Moved over there. Dresden to be exact. At the age 6, and family been over there pretty much ever since.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
A fellow East Sider, 48215.
That's a fact.
Born in Connor, stand up.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
All right, so
I went to East Lake over there. You ever been to East Lake?
No.
No? You don't go to church?
Not that one.
No doubt. Shout out to Reverend Cunningham, man. It's not
Put
that
me
one.
on blast.
Right.
So, what area are you living in now?
Yonkers, New York.
Yonkers, New York.
Yeah.
Okay. So when did you move there?
I moved to Jersey 3 years ago. And I moved from Asbury to Elizabeth, from Elizabeth to Yonkers. So I've been living in Yonkers since June of this year, but I've been in Jersey for like the last 2.5 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, what prompted you to make that decision to choose there?
Just the culture, the resources. I've always been a fan of New York music. Like some of my favorite rappers came from over there, so I actually wanted to get over there and experience it for myself. And just finding different resources to go along to what I'm building. That's what pretty much inspired it.
Okay. And how long have you been rapping?
It's been a long time. Probably as far as I can remember. Like my sister, she had like this enormous hip hop collection, full of the Scarfaces, Pacs, Biggies. And I used to, just rap just hearing her clean the crib, playing the music, because she couldn't play it when Mama was there. So, I kind of like snuck and it just kind of like, it was a seed planted in me, you know what I mean? So I used to rap their rhymes and then like add 2 bars of my own.
Okay.
Until I got, good enough to actually do a full 16. And, that was, yeah.
So you always had a niche for it. That's cool.
No doubt.
Okay, so now I wanted to discuss some of your accomplishments and some of the things that you did throughout your career.
Yeah. So
what actually inspired your YouTube documentary, East Side Story, and the freestyle series, Throwjack Thursdays?
Throwjack Thursday, I wanted to just put myself on the greatest beats in history from hip-hop. And I really challenged myself, because that's really I really gained the muscle for my lyricism.
Okay.
It's just like playing all the classics that I loved, and then just trying to go above it. You know what I'm saying, with my own personal skill, and that's what inspired that. But what inspired the documentary, The Journey, is that I want to document everything that I want to document every step. You know what I mean? So when I look back over it. And it's I can get that feeling, that vibe that I was feeling at that time where I was actually creating.
All right, cool. And I see that it did real, good on the internet. It was received well by views and comments. So that, that's a real good thing.
Yeah.
What are your current thoughts on the state of hip-hop the way it is right now?
I love it right now. It's totally different. We living in a time of more ownership. So, I think that's good for it, and all the different energies. You got the younger cats, who are expressing themselves, not in a traditional way,
right?
But you can't knock it because it's their perspective,
right?
So you gotta love it, and you got you know what I mean. A lot of cats, this ain't for me. I can't get with that, and it's a lot of cats be stuck in a certain time,
right?
It's you gotta. Take the meat, spit out the bone. What's for you is for you. What's not, you know what I mean? But you can't knock them though. But to answer your question, I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
My thoughts on this current state. I think it's great. I think it's probably greater than it's ever been right now.
And people always, fail to realize when we were younger, the stuff we did was weird to them.
Exactly.
Now that, people are getting older and we see the younger people do stuff, it's weird to us, but that's just the way it goes.
Yeah, no doubt.
Okay. How do you separate yourself from other artists?
By just being me. Okay. You know what I mean? Just being me and staying true to myself. Like even on down to my merch, a lot of cats be like, because in our culture, we don't really wear ourselves on a shirt until we die or go to jail.
That's true.
So I wanted to, represent not only me, but self-love, the whole smile. That's just self-love, period. You know what I mean? And I feel like God is love. And I think, how do I separate myself? Yeah, it's just being me. You know what I mean? Everything about us is unique. You know what I mean? And I think once you embrace that, it's going to separate you automatically.
Right. That's a very good perspective. Like you stated, people not wearing faces on shirt to people die. That's a great perspective and energy and vibe as well.
I appreciate it. Okay.
Who actually influenced your style the most, though?
Musically?
Musically. You could do musically and personally.
Personally, my dad.
Okay.
My dad was lit. You know what I mean? Rest in peace. He was. There's no man, I don't care who you is, no man on this earth bigger than my dad, to me, in my eyes. From the diversity I seen him come through and who he was and what he evolved to before he passed away. That's who influenced me, like life-wise, and far as teaching me, like, laws and principles and values, integrity, and all that type of stuff. It was him. But on the music tip, I like a lot of the older Motown. You know what I mean? Like the Temptations, Michael Jackson, of course, Eddie Kendricks, Nas, Jay-Z,
okay.
Biggie, Pac, of course. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's who pretty much influenced me.
Okay. What do you like the most about being an artist?
The therapy that comes from it.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I think it's like the best form of therapy to vent, and it's like I don't care what you think. You know what I mean? This is how I feel. I'm expressing myself. You know what I mean? And if it's not for you, then it's just not for you.
Right.
But I think that the freedom of speech and the freedom to freely express yourself and create art from it. You know what I mean? Because we go through a lot of people. We go through a lot of dark times. We go through a lot of good times. But it's like, one thing to acknowledge those times, especially the dark times, look at it head on and create art from it.
Right.
I think like that's a superpower. You know what I'm saying? And that's what keeps me in it. You know what I mean? Keeping me inspired by it.
So do you like to write more or freestyle the most? What do you prefer?
I like writing, but I like performing more than rapping, period.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
So you like a rush?
Yeah, just the energy you giving the crowd, energy they giving it back. You working, so the lights got you sweating and all that. Like I think that's ill. You know what I mean? It's like it's crazy adrenaline rush.
Okay. What have you learned since working on your first projects to now, and what's something that you previously did that you wouldn't do moving forward?
Something that I did that I wouldn't do. That sound like a regret?
Not necessarily a regret, or just you found a better way to do it, or you just learned some things and you didn't like the way it was handled, and moving forward on like your upcoming projects, you just won't do it that way.
Involving certain people.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Certain people, certain energies. You know what I mean? But even that, I wouldn't change it because I had to learn from it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But other than that, I do everything like I want to do. Like
right.
I work with who I want to work with. You know what I mean? Like as far as like even if I don't know them, I got this vision board and I write it down, and I just take certain steps until it manifests. So I like that about me. You know what I'm saying? My ability to visualize. You know what I mean? And be a visionary and just pretty much go after whatever I want. But what I wouldn't do again, excuse me, I don't know if it's too much that I wouldn't do again.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
So let's talk about some of your other songs. You had the song with Nisha Nashay,
yeah,
Stuck in a Dream. So how did that collab come about?
I did a lot of work with her management team. Man, salute, shout out to Flo Sorelli, and it just had to happen. You know what I mean? Like she was, she been doing her thing, and she's a part of the younger generation. You know what I mean? So I actually wanted to show that, I can come from my era and we, put this thing together and make, just great music. You know what I mean? And that's how that happened. You know.
Yeah, that's a really, a nice feel good song.
I appreciate it.
Okay, and then your song, Congrats. What was your inspiration behind that one?
I just wanted to make something fly. My man Ski, you know what I mean, one of my favorite producers of all time. He produced it, and I just wanted to celebrate. I wanted to make a song that felt good, a good vibe on some nostalgic, like I like to time travel a lot. Okay. You know what I mean? And that's what I did. Like if I was, because he come from the era of Reasonable Doubt, 96. So that when you hear that, it automatically takes you there. But I wanted to put my spin on it. Okay. You know what I mean? So, and that's actually one of my favorite songs. And yeah, just wanted to do that on that particular joint.
Yeah, so that's a good uplifting song. You was talking about where you were from and where you at now. And so
yeah.
Hopefully, those kind of songs are good to inspire like the youth or upcoming artists. They may not know where to start or just want to tell their story. So
that's right.
That's pretty dope.
No, I appreciate it.
Okay, and so to touch on the youth again. So someone who was maybe 15 or 16, they could rap pretty good. They don't know where to start. What would you suggest for them?
Just write every day. You know what I mean? Write rhymes every day, whether it's good or bad. Believe in what you got going on. Just go for it. It ain't really pretty like action. Action is the key to a lot of things. Because even if you make a mistake, it'll be an honest mistake because it came from being, acting, and you may learn from it. But just go. Don't meditate on. Premeditate on it too much. Just go. Just do it. You know what I mean? Just write. Find out who you are, of course. Find out who you are, and fall in love with who you are, and then just express that, wholeheartedly.
Okay. Do you feel that people at the beginning of your career counted you out and doubted you, and now they're all in now?
Yeah.
Was it a lot of that going on?
A lot of people did in the beginning, and there's still some people that because I move around. I ain't gonna I move around a lot, but yeah, a lot of people did. A lot of people did in the beginning, but it's cool though, because one thing I learned, wherever it's not happening for you, that's just meant that ain't where you need to be. You need to be around the people and around the individuals where they speaking life into you, they believe in you, and they showering you with that, just good energy. So
right, absolutely.
Yeah, that's one thing I learned from that. But nah, man, it's still all love, it's still all love, but that's how I go, unfortunately.
Okay. Do you like the way Detroit artists are portrayed, and then also when you're in New York, what do those artists have to say about Detroit artists?
Detroit is winning right now.
Okay.
Detroit up top, man. It feels so good when I'm out of town and I hear a hell of a beat come on. I hear some T, or I hear Sada, or I even hear the legends, and it's just they love Detroit.
Right.
I'm telling you, Detroit is up top right now.
That's what's up.
Or
who would you like to work with in the future, and why?
I want to work with, but she talking about she retired, and I want to work with Anita Baker. You know what I mean? I want to work with Stevie Wonder, of course. Yeah, just I like a lot of the greats. Of course, Jay-Z. I like Rick Ross. Nas, of course. Eminem. But, as far as I want to work with anybody who, want to work with me. You know what I mean?
Okay. That's what other female?
Female? Mary J, of course, because my mama wanted to meet her. So I want to work with her just off of that.
Okay.
Mary J. Blige. Female rapper. I would do a joint with Queen La. Okay. I like Queen Latifah. Just the legends. Classics, yeah. Somebody I can pretty much learn from. You know what I mean? Okay. Not to say I can't. Not that I'm closed minded to the younger but somebody I can,
Okay. So let's discuss your current project. Forever. It just dropped in November.
Yeah, forever in a day.
Tell me a little bit about it.
Song, a joint I did for my brother. Biologically my nephew, but we was raised as brothers.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Joint I did for him. That joint took me a while to write.
Right.
It took me some time because it's like after going through what we went through, going through what I went through during his transition, like I was running from it. And then I said, yo, I'm gonna do this song and I'm gonna feel how I feel. I'm gonna do what I need to do to push this out. You know what I mean? And produced by my man Ski Beats, featuring Coco Sarai out of Brooklyn.
Okay.
And yeah, man, she got on it, and it was just like I couldn't even give her a response after I heard it. I was like, yo, this is perfect. You know what I mean? And it was so much, it was therapy for me.
Right.
You know what I mean? It was if it's ever like one of them days where it's like, it's rain outside, and you get that nice little breeze. You know what I mean? It felt like that for me personally, like, an exhale moment. Like, all right, cool. You know what I mean?
So it was healing.
Yeah.
It was like a relief after you did
exactly.
it.
Exactly. Right. I was trying to find the words to say that. Appreciate it. Yeah, exactly that.
Oh, that's good that you got that healing. It probably just, felt great because you had that bottle inside of you.
Yeah.
Just to release it.
And I didn't know how to put it out. You know what I mean? And it's like you try to talk to so many people, but they don't understand.
Right.
You know what I mean? They sympathize with you, but it's like, nah, man, I don't really get it. And I'm like, okay, I created this because I had to look myself in the eye what I was running from. I had to look myself in the eye, and I had to acknowledge it. You know what I mean? And not only acknowledge it, you can't run away from it. You run away from it, it's gonna haunt you
forever.
You know what I mean? So it's like, okay, I gotta feel like because he was like one of my biggest fans. He was telling me like, you gotta tell the world, man. You gotta tell the world that you one of the nicest doing this. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, all right, I gotta do this. Right. You know what I mean? But it was man, and that's why I love music because I was able to express myself.
Right.
I felt naked, of course, because the things that I expressed in a song, I didn't. When you're a man, you stick your chest out. You know what I'm saying? But you don't really want people to know that I'm wounded, I'm hurting.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You don't really want people to know that. So, but it just had to happen. It was no other way I felt like I could have. You know what I mean? Like, therapy is cool and all of that, but it's not the same as.
It's that process.
Yeah.
It's that writing process.
Yeah. No doubt.
Okay, so what do you have upcoming?
I got the vinyl. Me and Ski working on. I got the vinyl coming out. I got a documentary getting ready to come out. Part 2.
Okay.
Just my journey in New York.
Okay.
That's coming out, and actually this editing we getting it, chopping it up right now. As far as the edit, that's coming out in a couple weeks. Yeah, just working. More music, of course. I'm getting ready to put out another single.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Just to, release some music. A short film.
Okay. What's the film going to be about?
It's based on all the stories that you heard from the music,
okay.
Like East Side Story, Heaven Jones, Part 1 and 2. I got a joint called 2 for 5, and like I say with the short film, all the music gonna be the soundtrack. It's gonna be the soundtrack, and it's gonna be the actual. The events the events that I'm talking about in the music is gonna be, you can see it in a movie form. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, got that coming, and yeah.
Okay, cool. Do you have a time frame for that?
I don't. I'm trying to get it. I'm trying my best to make sure everything is done by the end of first quarter.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay.
The music is done for it. We just gotta, get the filming and all of that on point.
Okay, and my final question for you is going to be, where do you see yourself within the next 5 years?
Sky's the limit.
Okay.
Sky's the limit. I just see so many great things in myself, and it's a process. Like, they see us as artists, they see us moving around doing our thing, and they automatically think, like, they have their own perception,
mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But it's just so many great ideas that I have, then I just want to bring the light, and I think that those would take me to places that I can't even imagine. So I don't want to put a cap on it by saying this, because it's so many endless possibilities. You know what I mean? But on top of the world for sure. You know what I mean? A household name, and just just doing my thing. You know what I mean? You know, my purpose of what I'm on this earth for.
Okay.
Yeah.
How can a person book you to perform?
Hit my man at it's supportJJackson@gmail.com, and
what's your social media tags?
IM_J_Jackson. That's on Instagram. I'm on Instagram more than anything else. Facebook, JacksonEverything.com, www.JacksonEverything.com. That's the official website. You know what I'm saying? With all the exclusive merch, the music that comes out before it gets to any other platform. And y'all got to stop. Hold on, let me say this. Y'all got to go to the official website. I appreciate the love and support wherever it comes from, but I'm all about the independence, you know what I mean? So go to the official website, you know what I mean? And order from the website, and, subscribe to the YouTubes and all of that, but go to the official website, because that's where the content comes from first, you know what I mean? But I appreciate whatever platform y'all go, but go to the official site.
Okay. And any final thoughts or takeaways?
Man, not at all. Just blessed, man. Just enjoying life, man. It feels good to be home. You know what I mean? It feels good to be home. So I'm just embracing that, enjoying that, taking that one day at a time.
Okay, that's awesome. That's what's up. And make sure you go out there and also subscribe to my YouTube channel as well, Electric Elevation Podcast.
Electric Elevation Podcast. Subscribe.
For
real. The little red button on the right at the bottom, like, I don't the videos, and they be like right here.
Subscribe.
So it should be like right here on a video. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, hit that button, man. You know,
and I'm also on Facebook and Instagram at Electric Elevation.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you very much for stopping by.
Thanks for having me.
Appreciate
for having me. I appreciate you.
All right.
Yeah, no doubt.